You guys were talking and giving some good feedback, so we're going to be taking them into account as well. Trying to make that experience good for you guys.
Yeah. I'd say the one thing I've noticed today, which is a little different than yesterday, because once you get used to the flow, it does take a little longer, but you can kind of mitigate it to certain degrees. But for some reason, when I go to I'm trying to look for borrowed gotchis, like my borrowed land, it shows me, like everything in the vault if I borrow one vault gotchi. But if I try, I pick my own land, like a little hack I did was I pick one of my pieces of land, I'd go in and then choose the gotchi and just go back, and then I could see the borrowed land for the appropriate gotchi. But that's not working now, so I can't. For some reason, I can't see the land for some of my clients. Like it's just not popping up, or it won't let me choose their gotchi because it's saying, like that gotchi is being filtered out because it's it's not a borrowed gotchi. Where yesterday it was, so it's like certain lands I send gotchis to, like one of my clients has a few level 9s, so now I can't access them.
Yeah, well, if you sounds like, it's very specific feedback, so yeah, feel free to write that out. And I don't know if the team will get to it this weekend, but we'll do some hot fixes for sure early in next week and try to get that stuff done.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we got basically the plan for today is we are going to go live with the deposits and withdrawals, give you guys a little bit of time to play with that. And then an hour from now, we're going to open up the arena and kick off the next round of play test for that. So some of the things we're hoping that are better are we did do some work on the balancing. I think I posted that in the announcements. And hopefully most of the invisible gotchis have finally been made visible. So that's kind of two of the big points that we are aiming to investigate this and get some data on this play test. So I'm just looking at the events here. I see this big one right at the top, looking super cool. Mage Town. That one must have the highest priority. Very cool. I'm gonna head to Mage Town and see what's going on there. And if any friends, if you guys want to come up and say hi, just feel free to raise your hand.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice hangout today. I think we're going to have some friends coming through today with some good news, bearing good news. So I just pinged them and seen it's actually already over Twitter. But yeah, our friends at Collabland got a little something going on. So we'll get more details on that here in a little bit, straight from the team. And no, futuristic. They're going to be at a pretty big presence at ETH Denver as well. So you guys will definitely have to meet up. I think James, the leader at Collabland, one of the main guys. He's a good friend of ours. We go way back, like with some of the early work on the Gotchiverse. Actually, Dan, you remember?
Oh, early man. Yeah. James is such an OG. He's literally like one of the earliest Gotchi gang. Yeah, he's been a good friend and a good ally to the Gotchi gang for a while.
Yeah, and he's an expert when it comes to game development. He's a veteran. Yep. So yeah, he's I think based out west, not too far from Denver or Colorado in general, somewhere in the mountains. So yeah, he'll be there for sure with some Collabland. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they come through today. And yeah, nice little weekend we got going here.
I'm going to check with the devs. I think we're going to go live with the deposits pretty soon here. Let me just check in with the team. This is probably one of the biggest game change features that we're going to be doing this year in the Gotchiverse. I've alluded to this feature on previous calls, but it's really going to be pretty insane once this feature is live. You guys might have seen my screenshot the other day. That was all Alchemica that I dropped. That wasn't like randomly dropped in the Gotchiverse. That was me with deposit Alchemica that I had deposited from on chain into the Gotchiverse, dropping that Alchemica, and it's like spawning around me. And then anyone can come around and pick it up, and it's all gasless. This is like we're kind of getting to a new era of the Gotchiverse where there's going to be a ton of more functionality that doesn't require gas, because as we know, like until we get on that Gotchi chain, all the on-chain stuff at the moment is kind of clogged up. So we need to get more stuff, more fun gameplay stuff off the chain, and release the pressure from Sandeep a little bit, and just enable a bunch of cool functionality that you can't really do on chain.
Yeah, really, it's good to be on chain maxis to an extent, but you got to think about what's the purpose of being on chain, and if it makes sense, and if you're recording data that you want to have permanence for, transparency, traceability, things like that, then it makes sense. But a lot of the user experience in the game really doesn't need to be, and so like Dan said about a week ago, we've been working for the first 6 months of this game being live. The Gotchiverse was really focused on infra, and we have to remember we started from nothing with a very bespoke, very custom back end, and really everything custom. Everything's hand built. That's what I love about it. It's really a work of art. And now we're getting to the point where we turn our attention to gameplay, PvP, things like this Alchemica dropping, all the good stuff. Oh, nice link drop, no futuristic. Everybody can watch the stream if that's more convenient.
I just noticed that.
Check out my new haircut.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
If you guys are in the verse right now, you're going to notice that the manage tokens button just popped up out of nowhere, and soon there's going to be a new button called Super Chats that's also going to pop up. Oh man, here we go.
Yeah, Super Chats, yet another more gameplay focused feature being added in.
So yeah, Super Chat is the feature where you can basically send a global message, so everyone in the game is going to see it, and together with that message, you can drop some Alchemica next to you, basically wherever you are in the game. So we're very interested to see how you guys are going to use this feature. We just kind of made it, and we know it. I played with it. I love it. I think it's super fun. But I'm really curious to see how you guys are going to use this feature.
Yeah, I think it could be, off the top of my head, ways to attract people to your event, the party you're hosting, whatever it may be. Promote fake gotchis art. If there's a lot of people in the game and there's activity, you can suddenly speak to everybody all at once. It can be quite powerful. Leo says, "Are we stuck on the name Super Chat? It's very YouTube-esque." Probably not. But part of the reason that it is kind of like a recognizable, familiar thing, and I think there's some benefit to that. But open to other. Let's use it, and then we'll find the right name. Let's see.
Yeah, I like. It was kind of playing off that idea of in YouTube, when you send money, you send a message and you send money together with it. So that's why it was kind of using the same name to not try and reinvent the wheel, because people kind of know what it is already. But if we come up with a better name, we could definitely think about that.
That's more chat. Chat. I don't know about the double A's. We got so much screen space on there. There's a lot of real estate, but maybe people like the double A's. Giga Chat has got a nice ring to it too, but I think the benefit of Super Chat is everybody recognizes. It's like, oh, it has something to do with sending a tip, sending a little bit of financial with it.
Exactly.
We got Hefe on stage. He's apparently not. Did you get doxxed recently, Hefe? I saw some comment in the chat.
GM.
We saw his
Yeah,
face.
yeah. I was on camera yesterday, so for our live streams for block party and the whole thing. So it was something different yesterday. It was good.
Nice, fill us in. I'm not up to date on it. What did I miss?
Well, I got my own studio kind of set up like what No Future has. So I got my own space. I got a camera. I got everything set up there. So yesterday I went live, and for the first time, I guess many people who we worked together for like what 2 years now haven't seen me before. So it was I guess a surprise to some people, or all the people.
Someone says this is crazy for drop parties. So yeah, we'll probably add the location in. I just saw the first super chat. There's a lot more we're going to be adding to this feature. We really just got the bare minimum out for this launch.
See,
Sorry
like
to
just
interrupt.
using it, the very first chat, you're already taking in information and being like, oh, it makes sense to have where was this broadcast from, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
where was this-
yeah. What I envision people are going to be doing initially is like saying the name of their parcel, or like the bounce skate event would be the easiest way. Say, hey guys, come over to this event. There's Alchemica being dropped. Subscribe to Gotchi News Network.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Since I'm the
awesome.
only one over here, I'm going to try to pick up all the fun I just dropped.
This
Unless you
way
come
is
to me.
killing me right now. It's like just like lending a gotchi was like 30 cents. This sounds crazy for anybody that's new to this side on Polygon, but that's kind of high, right? For us.
Where are you guys hanging out? I'm gonna let's go all gather together and make it rain somewhere.
Yeah. Let's
Anyone
do
got
it.
any good bounce skates?
Let's hit that Topum one. It's at the top of the event
Yeah.
list.
You could get
Okay.
something. Yeah. Let's do it.
Mage Town, yeah. The Lizard King himself. It would be cool if you could add in like the name of the gotchi who's speaking.
Of the super chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew that was Lizard King based on the PFP, and that they're promoting Mage Town.
Yeah, we tried to keep it as minimal as possible for now. And the idea was that you could hover over the gotchi and see the name, but that didn't get into the final version. All right, let's do this, guys. The max tip you can send is 1,000 FUT, by the way.
Those are rookie numbers. We're gonna have to up the ante.
If anyone's on the Mage Town, we're making it rain.
Oh man, I can't
So
imagine.
insane.
I'm heading over right now.
Oh man. All right, let's make it rain.
1,000 Alchemica it's a lot. You guys are scooping it up. Made quick work of it. So fun. Seiko says, does it not show your Alchemica max? What does that mean? Oh, yeah, I think that we're going to update the UI again. I think we missed that in this final pass, but we'll get that added super quick.
Dang, look at all these gotchi swarming.
I'd love to hear some feedback after you have used the feature. Feel free to come up, say hi, and give any thoughts on the new the UI or the new features. This is just the beginning. We got already a lot of stuff planned for the in-game Alchemica. You guys, I'm sure you can imagine some of the use cases that'll be coming.
All right, I'm about to drop 120 FOMO now. I like how fast it is. Like, it literally, I put the super chat in and it starts dumping immediately. Coder Dan, will this? Oh wow!
Whoa.
Will this feature also be available like in the playtest in the arena?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's in
that is
both.
dope. That's a way to get people to avoid killing you. Just like, get off me.
So many gotchis in the. Oh my god, it's a lot of you guys over here. Yeah, well, again, seems like everyone's staying. The super chat message should stay a bit longer. We can update that. Right now, I think it's 5 seconds. We are going to have it also so you can view the history of the super chats, and also we're going to make a leaderboard for it. The most generous gotchi gang.
Yeah, I just came back from the other room. What did I miss? Drop an alpha coder, Dan?
Yeah, of course. Dropping FUD, actually.
You didn't talk about the Polycon coming up, right? I should go get the link for that.
No, not yet. Do we have any alpha we can drop there?
Be kind of breaking the rules, but if we keep it in this room, guys, nobody go sending it on Twitter. I think it's a good idea.
I am live streaming to Twitter, so just so you
know. Okay.
There's never a way around.
Yeah.
Well, 1 second. Let's start with the Aavegotchi main channel. We got a referral link, kind of, to get tickets for the Polycon. It's at the same time as ETH Denver, right? It's the end of this month, like the 24th, 25th. The Polydoge guys are kind of the main organizers of the event, but it's a officially Polycon branded event, and there's a bunch of major Polygon projects that are going to be there at that virtual event. And actually, what got our attention was, do you guys remember about a year and a half ago that virtual conference we did with the Hong Kong and Animoca Brands people? What was that called? Gamers something. The Game On Summit. Anybody remember that? They had 3D little flat 3D style Aavegotchis, kind of like running around. We went fishing together. I gotta check the comments here. Love Gotchi says, "Oh yeah, there's like the funniest thing, like all these gotchis, gone fishing together. It was a good time." So the team that builds that out, they've rebranded, but it's the same team, and they've actually got a much, and supposedly it's going to be an even smooth. You'd imagine another year of development, an even better kind of virtual experience, and they are powering the engine behind Polygon. So I was like, "Oh, you guys probably still have those Aavegotchis on file, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, matter of fact, we do." So the Aavegotchis will be playable avatars again at the convention. So hopefully we'll make a big showing, and Polygon will see a bunch of Aavegotchis running around the floor. I know QuickSwap's going to be there. I was surprised to see Kyber Swap is going to have like a really big area, similar to us. We're kind of going big with it. We're going to have a whole zone. So yeah. Here comes Tony with some pictures. That I think is from last time, right? And Inverse is the team building it. So they do the back end or whatever you want to call it, but they used to be called Gamer Jibe. So anyway, let's get the link here. I got to multitask now. It's one of the recent tweets on our Aavegotchi Twitter. Take a look. Oh yeah, there it is. I don't know if Lovegotchi's link is the same, but if you use our link, there's like I think a little discount or something, or I don't know, maybe not. I'm not sure, but they encouraged me to use the link there in the tweet. So I think somehow it helps with the tracking. They know that Aavegotchi Gang is showing up or something like that. But anyway, you can see here, Polygon hosted by Polydoge, Metaverse event with Inverse. And yeah, we're going to have a whole zone carved out for Aavegotchi. And yeah, the link has the promo code. Just use Aavegotchi. I think the price is very, very reasonable. Has anybody got a ticket yet? I think it's like, I could be wrong, but I think it's like $10 worth of Matic or something, or 10 Matic, something along those lines. So I think it's pretty reasonable, given it's I think a 2-day event, and there'll be a lot of alpha there. I know Matic's mooning, but
it's going to be worth it just to see the scene that you guys are building.
Yeah, we. I really have to say that Jordan at Polydoge and then the guys at Inverse as well have been so engaged with us, and they just love playing with the Aavegotchi assets. You know, so we made some requests to kind of customize the space, because usually it kind of looks like an average, a 3D virtual conference. It's like it's a conference, it's a trade show looking place in a virtual realm. You know, big windows, silver floor. It's fine, it's cool. But we really wanted to make it more wacky, more Aavegotchi when you go into the Gotchi zone. So, yeah, I'm. These aren't proud public, but let's show a little bit off.
Show a little leg.
Yeah, it's fine on No Future's stream, but let's not make a big tweet about it yet. So let's see, what can I do here?
Wow, look at all this alpha dropping. Oof.
Someone dropping alpha.
Oh yeah, just dropped it.
I dropped the FOMO.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna tease. You guys remember like last time, the fishing? This time around, I said instead of fishing in a pond, this is Aavegotchi after all. Could we like customize that? It can't be that hard to change the color of the water, right? So here's a little peek, a little leg.
Oh.
This is a conference room, sir?
This
Look
is a
at that.
conference. We're gonna be fishing for Alchemica, and I thought it was a good intuitive way to show the various rarities. Right? You'll notice there's a lot of FUD, and very little. You're gonna have a lot of gotchis and people fighting to get to the tech pool.
That's funny.
Yeah, this should be fun. So while you guys are, if you're in there, I think on the 24th you get to Denver, right?
Yeah.
This is just more ammunition. You can literally be in 2 conferences at the same time.
Technically, we actually could, because we're gonna have a setup now at the blockchain arcade, and so we'll have like a computer and everything set up there. So it would be technically possible, actually, if you wanted to have like a tab open for that conference or something.
I think it might be worth it. This is work in progress. This is a few days old here. It's going to be a bunch of different cinema screens with like useful videos you could play for education, and then there's also going to be like, instead of one booth, we got a whole zone for like 10 booths worth. Like we just said, like let's go big and get a whole Gotchi zone. So because you don't learn much from one booth, but if we actually want to teach people and onboard people, we said let's just get a whole area, and then you can hopefully walk through it and it's engaging enough that you end up walking out of that zone being like, I learned something about Aavegotchi today. And you'll notice there's a big portal there too, a kind of great portal. We're thinking that could be a hyperlink straight into the arena. So we'll get a lot of new fighters next week.
Oh, that's really interesting that you just said that. We're gonna have technically fighters from 2 different conferences around the world in the arena on that at that one time. Because we'll have Denver crew logging in from their game station, and then I think you just said that you guys can have something set up there for people to log in. That's so awesome.
Yeah. We'll hopefully a bunch of virtual conference goers clicking through the portal and going to play. And then I think we've got Polygon can news on that side. They're going to have special coverage of the Gotchiverse next week in their Game On series. So they're also going to be sending people. So we're actually talking internally that the next playtest we might be a bit overwhelmed. It might be really wild next week. So we'll the queue and the waiting list that might actually get put to use because we might get overwhelmed.
Yeah, first time we use the queue. Dude, this month is like gonna be insane. So much for coalescing together.
Yeah, it's so crazy at the same time.
Ghost is doing really well. That was really crazy to see last night. And I mean, that's like we're moving away from the bonding curve, so I'm excited to see those sorts of moves suppressed in any way.
Yeah, no comment on that part of it, but in terms of the curve itself, I don't know if anybody caught last night. Last night my time. I got to do the Aragon spaces. Aragon had an Aavegotchi themed spaces. They had a big file. They got like 200-300 people in there, and we basically spent the hour talking about our history with Aragon, which is where the curve was deployed from, and kind of how that could all come full circle. And then they're going to be at ETH Denver with their new product launching. That's kind of like I think a lot of things that could make sense for on-chain voting for us on Polygon and beyond, maybe on Gotchi chain even. So it was a really good conversation, and we got to talk about some of the nitty-gritty of on-chain voting and why this is really one of the most epic DAO stories that's been told in Web3 so far. Like if you think about it, this is 3 years in the making almost, and it's not a snapshot. It's an actual on-chain vote that there's no other way to turn this thing off than ghost holders getting together in mass. And I think we have to get 8% of all circulating supply of Ghost to vote in order to reach on-chain quorum, which, depending how you look at it, you'd be like, oh, 8%, that's not much. But then you realize, like, holy cow, that's not an easy task. It has to be on Ethereum, it has to be on Aragon, ready to vote. And it'll be an epic vote no matter which way it goes. Just to hit that quorum would be pretty epic in and of itself. So it was a really good conversation. And if anybody caught it, I think it's recorded on the Aragon channel. Yeah, I see Lost Local up here.
Hey.
GM. How's everyone doing?
GM.
Getting ready for ETH Denver. I know the DAO team has been super stoked. We've been full force getting everything ready. So it's kind of cool that it's coming up this week.
Yeah, when do you guys head out?
The 24th, everyone's arriving. So this Friday, we will all be local. Right? Is it Friday? Yeah, Friday.
Yep. Friday.
Yeah, we were actually discussing food, like stuff, get stuff for the lodge itself so that we can stay within budget. And then apparently where we're doing our build cafe, there's like a gym, like part of it, so that we can actually get exercise, in there at some point.
I didn't know that.
So
Improper City has a gym also?
That's what my Callian was saying. There's like in the same building, like a climb center or something like that, and another gym.
Yeah, they probably do day or week passes. I was actually looking because my gym doesn't have a gym in Colorado. I was looking for a week pass myself. I've got one in my hotel, but I like to do the sauna every day. So I was trying to find the sauna.
Yeah, just give me some dumbbells and I'll make it work.
We'll find something. That's for sure.
But yeah, I think there's going to be a post going out today with the official flyer. And then there'll also be a link, most likely in the Discord, for the Eventbrite link. So any Gotchi gang who is going to be in Denver, once that link goes up, I suggest you go in and RSVP. So we've got you on our list, and we look forward to seeing you.
That coffee shop event, it actually lines up quite nicely with the, I believe it's called Downtown, right? They're gonna have a huge kind of plaza set up, and Aragon's gonna be there. There's gonna be some other, I'm sure there's gonna be like a whole array of different Dow tooling, that sort of stuff there. Is there something specific that we're looking to do, Lost Local at downtown leading up to coffee shop? Because that would be interesting way to get people that we meet at that venue and then to come down to the coffee shop.
Definitely. Is the Downtown event, is that multiple days?
I thought I heard my calendar say it was 3 days, but have to confirm that.
Okay. I that might have been the one that was first through the third, or I know that there was one that was kind of right in the middle there. But we also have a meeting set up with Aragon following the meetup. So at Improper City, myself, Hefe, the rest of the DAO team, as well as Dr. Wagme and Bin Laden, are going to get together with Aragon and go over their new products and figure out how they're going to be useful for the DAO and for the project and all that good stuff. So we'll make sure that caffeine goes to work.
You mean diddly poo, right?
Yes, I do. Sorry.
Okay.
It's hard
making
sometimes to keep all of our fake names straight. Sorry, guys. I was screaming Chungo in front of my house yesterday, so my neighbors. So it's a strange life we've chosen to live here, guys.
I wasn't sure if you were making that up, or was that like a Chungo challenge or something? You had to record yourself doing that, or just for fun?
I legitimately was doing things around my house while on a Spaces and did not realize I was yelling Chungo and pounding my chest and in like full visibility at the same time. Got a little carried away for a second.
Oh, good stuff. Neighbors are worried.
Definitely. But are there any folks in the audience that are going to be out at East Denver? I don't know if maybe any folks want to raise their hand or come up, or it might be cool to get an idea, a little preview.
Yeah.
I got a couple people here. Chair, Kitty Slasher, welcome.
Kitty Slasher.
Hey, Chair.
GM, everybody. Hello.
GM.
We will be at East Denver repping super hard for Infinity Keys and just personally and repping the Gotchi gang. Little alpha that I dropped at the GMI meeting last night. We will have a very small and easy to digest Gotchi Infinity Keys puzzle at ETH Denver. It's not the one that we'll be doing for the core prop, which is live now, almost a quorum. Get your vote in, and really grateful and appreciate the support on that one. But we'll have a small activity, Infinity Keys activity for Gotchi people that are at the arcade booths, that are around, but more importantly for people that have no exposure to Gotchi and that we are engaging with Infinity Keys otherwise, and they say what else, and we say go to the Gotchi booth and play the Infinity Keys Gotchi game and go get in over there. Loosely is the plan. So super stoked.
Yeah, love that. It's another way to kind of direct people over there and um, get people checking out the booth. And we'll have someone there, so there'll be someone to actually answer questions and gotcha pill them on anything that they're curious about. It'll be good. I'm glad you guys are on board with that with Infinity Keys, and I think that's gonna be part of a larger kind of quest going on at Eat Denver across multiple like venues, right? At Eat Denver.
Can you repeat the question? Multiple quests.
I
We're
guess.
gonna have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Like Keys will have a ton of stuff happening, and we'll have a gotchi specific thing, and it's a good talking piece to look out for. The bigger experience that will happen later in the month. So
Nice.
that's how
Right
we're
on. Yeah, we've been
structured.
putting it out there all week to people all across Twitter. In these sorts of meetings, anybody that's going to Eat Denver, reach out to us. We're very open to connect. We're gonna have interview equipment there, so if you want to do like little side interviews on the street, no futures there to kind of lead on that front of it. And we're gonna have plenty of people available to kind of split off and make sure we get like maximum opportunity to network. And maybe get some new partners from Eat Denver. So, yeah, anybody interested in kind of linking up or come down to the Gotchi Lodge? If you're in East Denver or in that area, come down to the Gotchi Lodge. That's always going to be an open place as well.
GM guys. Kitty
Yeah,
Slasher
man.
here.
Check it out.
I'll be at East Denver. Definitely looking forward to connecting with everybody. I'm going to be there, obviously repping the Gotcha gang, but I will also be there working alongside Opolis. So if you guys find me at the Opolis booth, we are having a comedy event. Limited tickets. It's about 100 people allowed in. I think there's like 50 spots left. So if you guys find me at the booth, I can get you guys into our comedy event. But definitely looking forward to connecting with the Gotcha gang. I have not been able to do so at any of the conferences that I've been to yet. So it'll be fun.
Put me down for one, Kitty Slasher. I'll be there.
Yeah, me too.
Who said
Is
that?
this
Oh,
that was Lost Loco, I think.
Lost and Hefe. All right, I will send you guys a DM, or if you guys can DM me. I don't know if you guys have your DMs turned on, but shoot me a DM and I'll get you guys in.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Kitty.
Of course. Thanks for doing what you guys do. And thanks for having me on stage today. It was fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of stand up too. Is that going to be like a stand up skit?
There's somebody that they have hired coming in to do the
Nice.
stand-up comedy. I'm not sure who it is, but as far as I'm aware, it's also an open bar, so you guys can have some drinks, relax, and have some laughs.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Sounds great.
Just make sure you guys shoot me a DM. I'll get you sent over with the password that you need to actually go in and register.
Got it. Yeah, I just tried to message you, but I think because we're not friends, so I'm going to add you.
I like more friends too, friend.
Yay.
You know why Vitalik is bad at darts? Because the bullseye is centralized.
Hey, I laughed aloud, even though that was pretty corny. I laughed. Thank you for that.
Oh man. Choina. Hefe with the double reveal this week. 6 looking. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is the new Gotchi PFP. I thought it was about time to upgrade now that we're Gotchi's getting some attention. We got Sandeep rocking the Gotchi PFP, so I had to step my game up a little bit. I had to switch my PFP also. I think we're starting a movement because I've seen a few other Gotchi gangs switch their, recognizable people switching their PFPs to Gotchis that I didn't know own Gotchis. So it's been a good week for those reveals. I'm loving this play drop, or not play drop, but play airdrop. It's awesome. This is great. Portal Mage is making it rain today.
Yeah, are we heading anywhere? Any bounce gates going besides the? I did some drops at the Portal Mages one. That was epic. They were gone in like 10 seconds. 1,000 out. But I got some more. So let's keep it going. We're heading.
Okay. No future. How's your no futuristic parcel looking these days? Is it all decked out?
It is there. It's busy. We can swing by there. It's on
Okay.
it's still on the list.
What?
Alright.
Which one?
Music City Gotcha game. It's like it's a
There
few
it is.
down. If you go down, there we
Gotta
go.
get
Music
that
City
priority up, sir.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while.
You were up there for a while though.
Yeah, I put like
Yeah.
I forgot how much glitter and Alchemica I spent to get it to be open for like 300 days or something like that. So
Oh, we should. So after we hit up No Futures parcel, we should definitely hit up Soju's parcel. He has it's called Banana Raffle Auction Preview. That one looks really interesting.
Okay.
Because it has to do with his new Banana Raffle one of one piece, and I'm kind of curious to see what he has going on over there. But let's head to No Futures Music City Gotcha Gang Art Gallery. I think that's what it's going by there.
Oh yeah, quite a crowd. Very cool.
Get a nice mob showing up.
Let me deposit some Alchemica here, friends.
I'm gonna throw some alpha down.
yeah, I'll throw some FUD. Oh crap! I sent a blank message. Yeah, slightly to the left of my parcel is Tamagotchi's parcel. Fine parcel indeed with those large displays.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah. By the way, just if you guys are didn't clue into it, when you're in the arena, the Alchemica in your player wallet is not going to drop if you die. That is basically safe Alchemica. So don't worry about like dropping that Alchemica if you die in the arena. The only stuff that'll drop is the one that's in your Gotchi pocket in the bottom left. We actually have 4 wallets in this game. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's just the way things are. So it can. I'm sure it'll be a little bit confusing to people, but it actually makes sense if you think about it. You got your on-chain wallet, you got your in-game player wallet, and then you got your Gotchi pocket, which we call the loot bag, and then you got your actual on-chain Gotchi pocket, which is where your ghost goes from rarity farming and all that. So there's a bunch of different wallets, but we did our best to make it as clear as possible. I'm sure there's room for improvement though. All right, friends, here we go. Let's get a little kick action going here, huh? Here it goes, raining the
Man, look at
purples.
that kick.
Purple wave. We got some alpha, nice. Oh man, this
Yeah,
drop is brought to you by Rarity Farming Season 5.
Yeah, I followed up with a little alpha there after your kick.
Nice.
Dropping some alpha.
Yeah, it's so fun. You guys, I mean, for many months, you guys saying like you want to be able to drop Alchemica on your own. So this is the beginning of that feature. Hope you like it.
Oh, we're so glad you did this because now we can start doing this like on a GMI Syncopator or doing some of our podcasts. Like it's a great way to attract viewership. Is hey, not only come to my art gallery, come to my podcast. Come listen to us on our Twitch cast. Come hang out with us because we live stream ourselves in the Gotchiverse. And if you're in there, you can pick up some Alchemica while you're at it.
Yeah.
So
That just reminded me.
Yeah.
Is the video? Remember we were talking about the amphitheater is now allowing for video. Is that true? Do we know if that's already implemented for Discord?
I don't know. I know I just saw that the amphitheater now has its own chat, so we technically don't need to use the weekly hangout anymore. We could use
Oh,
the
yeah.
amphitheater chat, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think we've been using it for the GMI calls for quite some time. But the one thing I do find is every now and then you'll get a friend that gets confused and they'll be hanging out in some other, like the main chat, not realizing the action's all going on in the, like you said, the amphitheater one.
Yeah. Discords, they're pretty good at shipping too. They're shipping those new features quite often. Cool.
Yeah, Thrax was
Speaking
showing
of,
me some new. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Speaking of the new features, I was curious because we talked about a couple weeks ago. You guys were experimenting with the forum in GMI. What was your conclusion on that? Do you plan to keep using the forums more, or because we're thinking of, we also want to do some spring cleaning for the Gotchi Discord, and forums could be a big part of that, I think. But we don't want to make the experience worse for people. It does seem like it would be kind of nicer to have just a fewer channels and a couple forums.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we did. We heavily cleaned up our Discord. We probably got rid of like 20 channels.
Yeah, that's what we want to do too.
Yeah, we didn't get rid of them per se. We archived them. So now the conversations are still there if you ever want to go back, and it's not lost. But it's so much nicer, so much cleaner for new users. I find it's more approachable. And also for things like this fake Gotchi art contest that's out there right now, you can just create a little post instead of having to try and blast it out in all these different channels. You have the one post that has all the information there, and it's not getting lost scrolling up and up and up. You know what I mean?
Tommy Gotchi, nice. Yeah, so like we're thinking we probably won't have just like one forum. We would have like more of we'll have the DAO forum. We'll have like let me pull up some ideas we got going on here. We'd have like a support forum for like the help desk, and we'd probably add some like FAQs and stuff into that. And then the Aavegotchi forum would basically just be all the stuff related to Aavegotchi. The DAO would have its own forum, and the language chats would have their own forums as well. And they would, like, when you make a post, you could tag it with the language that it's in.
Okay, yeah, I think that could work. Or I was thinking, I mean, what do you think about just tagging? I think you can filter all the posts by the tags. So if you can just tag them as like a DAO post, or you tag it as like right now you're using like proposal, idea. I think those are the tags right now. But if you replace those with like a DAO post or like I don't know. I guess language could be a completely separate forum, because language is, like different languages. I don't know if you need to like filter by language, but you could use the tags to actually filter through. And then when someone logs into forum, what they would see is actually a mix of everything, but they would see the most recent stuff, and then, kind of get a little bit of everything, the most recent DAO post, the most recent Gotchi gang post, etc. So I don't know.
So you think it'd be cleaner just to throw everything into one big forum?
I don't know. I'm curious to think what other people think. But we just have the one forum, and then we have just different tags for different things. And then I think you're able to filter by tag. Let's see.
Nice footage, Tommy Gotchi. That's is that okay if we tweet that? Looks awesome. Great footage.
Yeah, so you can toggle, and you can toggle all of them. So when you click idea, it gives you all the ideas, or proposal, same thing.
Right. Well, I guess the idea would be there's going to be so many different types of content. Like I guess the idea, it was almost more like more of a traditional forum where you might break it into a couple different big sections, and then within the, like, it kind of gives a theme. So like DAO stuff
Okay.
would all be in the DAO forum, and then Aavegotchi stuff would all be in the Aavegotchi forum. So like almost like different subsections on a forum that you would, like a traditional forum.
I think for Aavegotchi main channel, it probably does make sense to do that, because I'm just thinking right now in my head, it makes sense for GMI because we're not that, like, our forums don't get that congested. But I could see the Aavegotchi ones getting really congested because it's very active. It's a very active forum. So maybe it does make sense to have like 2 to 3 different categories, and then try and see if you can use the toggles, the different tags in a way that allows you to sort. So like you have your Aavegotchi array of conversations, you have your Aavegotchi DAO array of conversations, and then you can sift
Exactly.
through using the tags.
Yeah. A little bit more organization, but
Yeah.
still way more organized. Or like not, yeah, a little more specialization, but way more organized than what we currently have. Like rarity farming doesn't really need its own channel. Staking, like lending, those can all be, I imagine those would all be like subtopics within the forum.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another thing we can change with the forums here is we can start allowing people to access the community bounties channel, because that's where all the D-work stuff is coming through. And so I'm pretty comfortable with that. So if people do want to just start, there's not much in there right now, but we're going to start filling it out before ETH Denver. I have a few things I need to put on there. But it can be opened up for Gotcha Gang to at least see it and maybe get familiar with D-work, at least seeing like how you claim work, how you can claim a bounty. Maybe we can go through like a little, maybe on a Sunday or something, we can go through a little workshop or something to take people through the process of, if you're a contributor and you see this bounty pop up in the community bounties channel, how do you claim it? What are some of the basic rules around claiming bounties? We can maybe discuss something like that on one of the, maybe not tomorrow, but next Sunday. Like discuss that and get people interacting with it.
Oh yeah, so where is this soju? I want to head to your event. Let's do this.
Hell
Before
yeah.
we go to the arena. I gotta find me a bounce gate.
Oh, I even forgot about the arena this morning. I was getting caught up with the Alchemica dropping. I was like, shit, we're gonna be dropping Alchemica all morning.
Now you can go to the arena and drop it.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
my bag, my Gotchi's pocket, like not the in-game one, but from picking up all the Alchemica, is going to be stuffed. So I'm going to have to keep exiting the arena to go find a super chat to get more to come back in.
Guys, go and make some noise about this feature on Twitter. Like, are there any other crypto games that you've seen that have this kind of feature? Like where you can just drop money?
No, I haven't. I have not.
Has the main account tweeted out Tommy Gotchi's video yet? Because I'll put up a video later. But
The GIF was too big. We're converting it into an MP4. We're gonna put it out now.
Yeah.
Kudos to Thrax for jumping on that.
You guys are seeing a 1-of-1 banana raffle. If you're at Soju's parcel, that's a 1-of-1 piece he has there, and there's a ton of keck dropping, so y'all are missing out.
Oh, I see FOMO as well. It's pretty nice.
Oh man, there it is. Yeah, I got some keck left. Like, let's do it.
Oh, okay. Someone's dropping a little alpha.
This is wonderful. This is so cool.
Oh, look at all that keck.
Yeah, I haven't seen this much keck ever.
It's so nuts. Man,
This
when I was
is
playing
really
testing this, I'm like, oh my god, it feels so good to just like drop it down 1,000 at a time.
No, you
Yeah,
you were
this
not
definitely gives
gonna
me that
there like
drop vibe, where you get like 50 keck in one pickup.
Yeah,
yeah.
just
It-
mowing
and
it.
it's
It's like
the
mowing the
difference
lawn.
between- it's the difference between like a normal game and like you play this and you're like, this is a Web3, this is a crypto game. Like, this is very crypto-centric.
Clearly.
You don't get that with a lot like Decentraland. I love them, but like you don't really. I don't know what's crypto about it other than the fact that you know all the assets are NFTs. But where's that finance side? Where's that degen? This has that degen edge to it.
Oh yeah, this brings out the inner degen in me too. I just keep dropping this stuff. It's like, you know, there's a.
Oh, I got one floating fake kek. What a tease. Add that to the
There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple ones that can't be picked up for some reason. We'll get it though. Tamuki says, "What if FOMO becomes the next meme coin and people are like, wait, what? It's actually part of this big game ecosystem." Yeah, I mean, we got 4 tokens that could potentially have 5 tokens, 6 tokens that could potentially happen to.
You know, real quick, I saw somebody in the Discord yesterday take a screenshot of CoinGecko's Gotchiverse tab, and all the tokens were moving with Ghost, which was kind of interesting. Obviously, on a much smaller market cap and scale, but they're all up the same amount of, percents, which was interesting because I don't know. I just feel like all our ecosystem, we have so much variety that like when one thing's got attention and maybe another it doesn't, just wait because it's like when people rotate from blue chips to alts. It's like
I remember like Hardcore a while ago said he was saying that exact same thing. It was kind of stuck with me. Like if something's like down right now, there'll probably be like every piece of the ecosystem like gets to stay in the sun eventually.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true. I mean, I was playing Axie Infinity when that game first kind of started, and these things were not very expensive, like $20-$30, like way cheaper than an Aavegotchi. Like an Axie was $20. And these things, like near the end of the bull market, I think I sold one for like $4,000. Like it was crazy how the value they increased by. And of course, that was a very inflationary game that quickly got out of control, and many other things happened. But just to see that come up, and even their token, their native token, like the AXS token, it was around a couple dollars, and then you see this huge kind of move up to 150 or something dollars over the bull run. And that's just that feeling being there. I know we're gonna feel it with Gachi Gang. It's gonna happen, and it was really hard to believe that whole journey going through that. It was just it was an experience, and I've never, as someone who's been in crypto for a couple years, I didn't up until that point experience anything like that. So definitely, like, we're gonna have our day in the sun. It's gonna happen. So just really excited for when that does happen.
Yeah, I mean, Polygon's blown up, and we're the blue chip.
Been hearing that a lot this week lately. Heard a lot of people referencing the Aavegotchi's blue, the OG.
Oh, yeah. So Soju, did you put up the this GBM yet? I got some ghosts ready for you. I can't wait till we can do GBM like stuff. Like imagine coming up to Soju's event, seeing the banana raffle. It's not available anywhere else, but bidding on it in the Gotchiverse. That's going to be huge.
I mean, we could make that happen. There could be like a toggle, like that when you make the auction, you could say, I only want this to be bid on in the Gotchiverse, and then we could handle that. That could be a feature. If you guys think that would be a really, really nice feature. We do have limited bandwidth, but it could be interesting to have that option.
The fake Gotchi crew is going to be all over that.
Because with the drops, you can really have a drop party. Hey, start dropping some kek, but like having a social event would be really dope.
Yeah, we have the pieces in place we can see with the Alchemica drop. Now we need exclusive content that you can only whether it's an NFT drop or an auction. The only way you
It'll
get
help
it
with
is
the botting too, because the botters would literally have to have their gotchi in the game.
Yeah.
Like we could even say you have to be on the parcel in order to bid. Like we already do that with channeling and depositing. Like we check if your gotchi is on the parcel, so we could say you got to be on the parcel before you can place a bid on this thing.
Yep. That takes care of so much. Let's do it.
Step by step, baby.
Yeah. Always rolling out great features. Awesome.
All right, guys. Arena is open, so just make sure that you hit up one of these friendly vortexes, one of the bounce gates. It's got a vortex next to it before you jump in the arena. Otherwise, you're going to lose all your Alchemica probably, unless you're just a Chad who never dies.
Good advice. So if we want to, can anybody help me out? Where's the nearest vortex from Soju's?
Just go to the bounce gate and just like there's a couple events that have vortexes next to them.
Yeah, I will say, we were talking about this on Block Party yesterday. It seems like there's less botting activity in the GBM. Anecdotally, I've gone in a couple of days in a row and been able to find pieces, like specifically fake gotchi pieces, with 0 bids.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they just stopped botting it because maybe it just wasn't super profitable for them, or there's could be a lot of different reasons. But yeah, we can one of the solutions we are planning to implement the kind of the soft GBM period that we talked about. But I think we could go one step further and actually enable gotchiverse only auctions. That could be a flag that you could put on your GBM auction when you create it. That'd be pretty nuts.
My 69 bid on the banana was instantly crushed.
Obliterated.
I guess.
This is a 1 of 1, man. It's a Soju 1 of 1. This thing's probably. Are we gonna get 1,000 ghosts on this? I'm gonna set it. What's the all-time record for a fake gotchi auction? Does anyone know?
Ooh, good question.
I feel like it's the other Soju piece. What was it? The really epic one. The painter, the Bob Ross one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thrax, your Mecha Gotchi went for quite a bit.
I think Nadeal also had a really high. I think one of his 1 of 1s went for like 1,000 ghosts or something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Guys, I was talking to my dad earlier. You guys remember the Antarja I brought up on one of the calls before?
Yeah.
Word of the week. I got to figure out what to have him make. Do you guys have any ideas? Because I mean, he can do some pretty crazy woodworking, and actually make. He can do colors and everything. Apparently, the only color he can't do is gray. There's no gray woods. But if we got any cool Aavegotchi, it could be an art or just be like an Aavegotchi. I have to think about it. I got to get it to him. I'm going to be back in the States probably around July, so I could pick it up then. See and get some videos of him making it.
Hopefully there's like a real life event so we can get to meet you.
Yeah, we definitely got to do something.
Yeah, while you're stateside. I need another photo example of how do you say it? Antarja?
Yeah. I'll show you a piece that he made.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
He like literally basically created it. He didn't invent the word, but like he was one of there was like 2 people doing it back in the day when it first came out. And he did all of his stuff is like insanely detailed. Here's one piece. It's Monticello. It's like
that's amazing.
The building in Virginia. It's like there's no paint. That's wood, bro. There's no
Wow.
there's no stains or paint.
What?
The
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
trees, man. Holy.
Let me find. It took him like years to find a blue wood. Let me see if I can find a blue one. Like I remember he'd be on like calls, like sourcing these different wood. There's like 100 or like 120 pieces, like different types of wood
Wow.
in these pieces.
Jeez.
This is a dog he did. This one's pretty epic. So it's like, imagine like a gotchi. Yeah, basically painting with wood, except there's no actual paint or stains.
Not even stains. Yeah, because that'd be like cheating if you just like.
Yeah. What he like when I was like growing up, he would sell these kits because it takes a long time to make one of these, but it was pretty quick to make like a kit. So he would give you all the wood, he'd give you like the pattern, and then you'd have to like go and do it yourself. And people they screwed it up pretty bad sometimes. But
I can imagine.
they'd be like, "Oh man, I broke the wood. Like, can you send me another piece?"
Oh, I bet.
And
His
so
probably off the charts.
yeah, it was, so yeah, he sold a lot of those kits, but eventually just he got he's getting up in age there, so he stopped doing it. But yeah, it's like an art. It's definitely an art form.
It's I was unaware of this art form. That is super cool. Man, what could we do with Aavegotchi
When
I
in
know, man.
Tarjagachi.
and Tarjagachi? That's good.
This one, there's one more. He made this one. I remember he made it. It was like he was doing work for this Italian restaurant,
Oh
and
my God.
he's like, and he just liked the owner. He enjoyed the job that he was doing. He was like doing electrician for their company. He just like made this crazy chariot piece and gifted it to them.
That is insane. That's my favorite one so far.
Yeah, the chariot, so cool. It's just like hanging up in that restaurant now, just kind of chilling there.
Yeah, that is epic. You can see, I mean, that sun or sky in the the background.
Yeah,
That's all one piece of wood.
that's like one piece of wood. Yeah, and it's
Jeez.
got like the different height and stuff. Like
Yeah.
each piece, like you gotta shave it down, so it's like some pieces are higher, some pieces are lower. Give that depth.
I was gonna say the most challenging part of this would be to give the illusion of depth, because it's like if you shape that wood piece the wrong way, it's no longer gonna look like it's far off into the distance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this one has probably he used to have the numbers, but some of these pieces they got like 500 pieces of wood in them. It's crazy. Yeah, he's like the most patient guy. He's just like he'll be in there, that's like doing his Intarsia for hours at a time in his shop outside. He built his own shop in our backyard. Like the dude literally built this entire shop. Like it's like a house behind our house. Crazy.
You got to have a quiet space to do this kind of work, I think. You can't be
Yeah.
like, turn the TV down. I'm building my. It's not going to work.
So we'll get some Intarjagachis going on.
I got to jump into the fight here. The arena. How's it going?
Into
so
the
far?
burst.
Oh yeah. Are we what are we guys? What are we doing? Has anyone done these super chats in the arena yet?
I think my gotchi's invisible right now, so I'm gonna reboot and see if I can come in again.
Coder Dan and Cedar Dad.
Cedar Dad.
Good.
Coder Dan has so many different nicknames.
Yeah.
Golden Cross just has Golden Cross. You managed to get by with just one all this time.
I think it's not nearly as good of a name to play off of.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it? I'm gonna drop the Twitter for Polycon again. I see we have 132 people here, so some of you may not have seen it before. So friendly bump if you want to explore Aavegotchi with us and help engage with Polygon community at the end of this month, last weekend of the month.
Man.
It's gonna be a good time. I might leak one more little bit of early progress here just to give it a bump.
Nice. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. This is like they're going all out with this conference room.
It's inspired work.
They're giving Sandbox a run for their money, honestly.
Yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit here. Well, I don't know about that. I'd say very different experiences, but it's just great to see Aavegotchis in 3D all the time. I think it's a nice thing to have.
I always.
So, I'm just gonna drop it and say like this.
Oh, look at that!
But now you can see like the walls are actually the Citadel, and we don't have the cinema screens or the booths set up yet in this shot, but yeah, it's gonna be nice.
This would be great to showcase at ETH Denver to actually have this. Maybe we'll try and get another computer monitor set up with just this, and then have the arena going on the other one, so you get kind of both.
Yeah,
would be really interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's set up to be a kind of like learn about Aavegotchi thing as you work your way across the whole space. You can see it's quite large. Choinya says, I challenge you guys to give me worship people tonight. I'm right there with you, Choinya. I think I actually, you might be the only person I killed a couple weeks ago, which is like, we're probably neck and neck. I think we're at the same skill level.
Get out. Yeah, I just got wrecked real quick earlier. I'm just gonna lose this one.
There are some fine-tuned gotchis out there. I wish I could see their stats, but I'm like, man, these guys have it figured out. Like the AP, the HP, everything seems kind of balanced. Maybe not that hard to kill. I can't wait till we get game guides. I'm hoping someone's out there that's thinking about game guides and building, because like people will want to know. Like, I definitely want to know like what are the most OP setups for gotchis? Like, which gotchis are doing really well? You know, what wearable combos are going to work really well? I'd really like to know that. So
yeah,
I'm
once
hoping
the
someone
meta settles down a little bit, it'll be easier to do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of still in that mode where we gotta get the meta kind of settled first before.
For sure.
Otherwise, those guys will be outdated pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Totally though.
Okay, let's see.
It's a great time to be a gotchi content creator. I mean,
Absolutely.
grow those. Let's get some. Who's going to be the first gotchi YouTuber to get to 10K subs on YouTube, or just like someone on anyone like on Twitch or TikTok? Some good content.
I feel with all our GMI programming, we're gonna definitely be pushing on Twitch for like we get everything on our Twitch channels. We got a nice reel going at this point. Just gotta, I think, on the other end of it, kind of market it out towards more gamers and people that we meet. Trying to get it out there. But this year is gonna be our year. It's year of the gotchi. So I think there'll be plenty of opportunities to kind of corral people into their Twitch streams and YouTube channels. I'm hoping Lens comes out with some really cool stuff. Gotchi Gang has been doing really well on Lens. Not that hard to get to 1,000 followers on Lens right now, even if you just post, just minimal content, but just every day, kind of regularly posting. People are open to follow there. And a new feature there, ZombieShepherd just brought this up to me the other day, and I'm like, wow, this kind of changes the game for social media. So Lens has a feature now that you have to, if you want to collect a post, you have to be a subscriber. You have to subscribe to collect. So you have to be a follower. And so if you're not following that person, you can't collect their post. And so if you're like dropping really cool NFTs, or if you're an artist, or even if you're, you know, like doodler like me, I like to just make little things. You drop that on your Lens account, and then you make it a subscribe to collect, and people will follow you just so they can collect your stuff.
Nice.
So that's a new way. Like Twitter doesn't have anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly people can grow using like that to push their content.
That's pretty neat, yeah. Twitter, I saw they were going to introduce like diamonds pretty soon. They got some form of monetization that they're working on. I'm interested to see how that'll work with Lens.
Oh, that would be interesting to see like a Twitter Lens integration somehow. But from what I understand, like I don't know if Elon knows about Lens protocol. I've never heard him talk about it. We should bring it up to his attention.
There was a week or a month ago, Twitter was like, if you post any links to outside social media, you're gonna get banned. Was Lens on that list? I don't remember.
I don't think so. And that's why I'm like, maybe they don't know, because like that's like their biggest competitor probably right now.
Oh, I'm dead. I just dropped a lot about Chemica.
I see your guts are spilling everywhere.
Yeah, the button mapping is still not working
guts.
for the attack, but
Quick PSA, there are two, and it might be the bot that's botting all the fake Gotchi stuff, but if not, there's two holders of the Necro Knights fake Gotchi piece. Let me know who you might be if you haven't received your goodies. Hit me up if you're out there. Thank you.
Yeah, some of these gotchis are just savage. Just great weapon combos. I'm trying to be a ranged gotchi, and it seems like it's
oh, there goes Butch.
Yeah, is anybody having any luck using ranged attacks, like the more powerful, the one shot? Is anyone
It's
using
working
that?
way better for me this time.
We buffed that a little bit. It's it can be difficult to like aim with it. So I think I'm not sure if it got done in this version or not, but what we are planning to actually make that more of like a kind of not a splash, but like a wider radius attack. So you won't have to aim exactly at and hit the Gotchi within its exact hitbox. Like it'll be more of like a little bit more margin of error for error.
There's a general range, an area, a range for the range, just an area, general area.
If we really can't get it working, we will have to make it actually have to introduce some form of like targeting. But we're trying to avoid introducing targeting yet. We want to see if we can make it fun without the targeting. Because once you add that, then it's like everything needs to be targeted.
Yeah, true.
But we'll see how it goes.
Do you think there's ever the possibility of like introducing like projectiles, like so like you have your crossbow or whatever, but you can change the kind of projectile that you're using? Do you think that'd be like a thing, or do you think weapons are gonna have
wearables are? So I mentioned in the Gotchiverse updates, the next things that are going to be kind of high priority that we have on our list are well, this is actually interesting. HP AP potions available for purchase in the arena.
Nice.
And basic wearable implementation. So right now, the wearables do kind of affect things in that they change your stats, but they don't actually give you damage or movement speed or armor, any of those things based on like the rarity of the wearable. So those are coming as well. And then non-hand wearables are what we're going to focus on first. But we will eventually get to hand wearables. We got to do it step by step here so we can kind of ship things iteratively. But the
Yeah.
non-Heron wearables that's when you start getting some like new projectiles and new animations, and
Yeah.
some things will be faster, some things will have splash damage. You'll be able to lob a grenade. There's going to be a lot of different animations and weapon styles that we're working on.
Oh man, people are underestimating combat right now. They're underestimating PvP and like how degen people are gonna get with it.
Yeah, I think so. And like, yeah, there's a lot left to do, like team battles, kind of King of the Hill style, different modes, different maps. Right now, we're all kind of used to this map, but this was meant to be more of like a starter map. This is only one of many maps that we're gonna have for combat.
It could be like Call of Duty where you have to select your map to log into. Capture the flag. Anybody?
Yep.
Woohoo, I killed somebody. Sorry for beer.
I see some fake gotchis. That's such a nice addition to the weekly hangout text chats. Like, as everything else is going on the dev side, then you see like every so often another live auction happening or a new piece appearing. Today we've got Soju with the one of one, and then Bin Laden with this what is it, Calm Before the Storm, 1 hour auction, and his characters Shogun and Rolfus. This might be the most epic scene I've seen yet. We've got the Citadel off in the distance, as well as what has to be Mount Oomph, right? Some Keck Mountains.
I got Necro Knights going too, Jesse.
Oh, yeah. I gotta scroll up or drop the link again. I'm trying to keep up. And then once we get it where it's kind of a catch-22, or we'll see how it goes, but like having dedicated auctions in the Gotchiverse, it's really good. We'll take care of the bots, and it'll be a really fun experience. Initially, it probably isn't a bad. It probably won't be an issue, but I wonder if it's a little bit more friction. Like, is there a certain percentage of people that just go to Fake Gotchis or to the V2 site and do the auction that wouldn't hop in the Gotchiverse? I don't think so, right? It should be, if anything,
We could
more.
We'd have to do some work on the GBM UI side, but because ideally there'd be like a link. You could view it on the GBM auction page, and then there'd be like a link that would take you right into the Gotchiverse where you could bid on it.
Right.
As an observer, you could even be an observer. You wouldn't even have to be a Gotchi, probably.
Yeah, that would make sense. We have to decide which of the 4 wallets can bid. Well, it's Ghost, so I guess it's gonna be your on-chain. It has to be on-chain.
Yeah, I think it would be sweet if we could have like gasless in-game GBM auction somehow, but yeah, I think it'll probably be on-chain. That'll be a great feature for Gotchi Chain.
Yeah.
You'll with Gotchi Chain, you're gonna mint your NFT on Polygon, so it'll still cost something, but then you could bridge it over and we could have gasless GBM auctions in the Gotchiverse.
So nice. I don't do this often. You guys are probably all already in this, but anybody with Telegram and going to ETH Denver, make sure you are in this Telegram group at least for the next few weeks. So I'll just referring to the official SportDAO ETH Denver one. Only 1,800 people in there.
Nice.
make sure to hop in. There's a spreadsheet with all the events going on in there, and I know Jason, Lost Locals, been working to get us included in that. But I mean, it's not even an issue. It's more like this advertising space. I just want everybody who looks at that sheet to see Aavegotchi and know we're there. But I know the Biddle Cafe is like super overbooked already, and it's not even being promoted that much. But yeah, there's a ton of other things there that you guys might want to take a look at. So.
Yeah, Lost Locals been good at getting those, finding out where those meetups are at. I think we RSVP to a couple of them already, and that list is very extensive. I think we'll have to sift through and see which hacker houses we want to go to, which kind of other venues. There's a lot. I was like just in the last week, there's been a lot added to the schedule.
Yeah, and I know like Nifty Q is going to be there, which will be awesome. He just had Dr. Wagme on last week, and they're going to be hosting some stuff. So, yeah, there's so many people.
Dr. Wagme was published in the Cointelegraph article recently for the Forge, wasn't he? That was really cool to see.
Yeah. Gotta give due credit. Our new CMO Nigel just kicking ass as usual, and definitely shining that spotlight on the Forge. And I think he got some quotes of Dr. Wagme in there, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I see Transistor sharing the Collabland community proposal I referenced at the beginning of the Hangout. Yeah, I thought they were going to come through, but I don't know if they're going to now. So it's Sunday. It's tough. They're juggling a lot of things, I think. But long story short, I think we're on the list, right? And let me look through here, see if I can see. Yeah, there's a list of the top 100 communities and how many tokens they're being allocated. So scrolling. Where's Aavegotchi? Oh, there we are. Wow.
I feel like we're like top 20 at least, right?
Yeah, we're like almost top 10. Let's see.
Is it based on how big the community is or how like active the Discord is?
I have to read through it. I was hoping they could break it all down for us. We're like number 13 out of 100, guys.
Wow.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
2.4 million in this what do you call it, retroactive airdrop, and the token is collab. I love the name.
I'm just gonna do a big Gotchiverse airdrop. Kind of I don't know how they're gonna actually drop it. Like, will it be based on the holders? But I mean, if they just give it to us, we need to propose how we'll use it. Got it. I'm sure we can find some cool ways to we can do some cool drops in the Gotchiverse or something.
That's one way to use it, is like they add it to gameplay. Get Collabland integrated somehow with the Gotchiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Have you guys done much research on it as far as what it's going to be like a governance token for Collabland? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I haven't done much research on it, but I think it's for their like DAO. So I think it is a governance token. And so the idea is to get all these communities working together and in Collabland DAO, something like that.
I'm wondering if there's going to be some type of like maybe as community votes that then get translated into, like, so if the weighting per community, if we vote as a community and then as a community holding, if the tokens do go to the community, I'm interested to see how they structure it.
Yeah, if we don't get them in today, and we should all just do our homework and reading, because this is really quite the honor. We're above Bored Ape and a few other big names, but if they don't come through today, I'm sure they're gonna want to hop in the Discord in the next few days or weeks and talk to us about it. I'm just checking the DMs here, see if there's anything. Okay, with this claim, we're hoping to see a heap of unique community initiatives, with each different community distributing their collab in a new, different way. Okay, cool. Just reading some of the notes here. And this is a distribution. The top 100 are getting a retroactive distribution of 15% of the total supply. We are huge fans of Aavegotchi, and we wanted to reach out and
Awesome.
let you know.
So it
yeah.
sounds like they're interested in how we are going to distribute it.
Yeah, I think that's step one. We're gonna have to.
Gotchi verse it is, right? Do some big airdrops.
We got that feature coming, right? We should be able to
It's
support
coming. Guys,
any
it's
ERC
coming.
20. This could be the first one.
We're gonna have Ghost and Matic and Collab, all sorts of different tokens, and that you can you'll be able to drop the whatever you want, pretty much. I mean, it won't be. We'll have to add them kind of manually or whitelist them, but it's going to get to a point where you can bring your own token and do your own airdrop in the Gotchiverse, basically.
That's so cool. That's actually when I first met Jesse in the Bahamas. That was like one of the first things we talked about. We're dropping other community tokens in the Gotchiverse.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're really
That's so cool. That's so rad.
Yeah, I think we were talking about like cyberkongs, right? Because you were also
dropping bananas in the Gotchiverse would be
like
bonkers.
let's get some bananas on a party in the Gotchiverse. Why not?
Yeah, that's all those guys respond to is money. So it's the only way to get their attention, unfortunately.
Shots fired. But they have
You
a
know
great.
them well.
You got the pacifier there.
Exactly. That's why I have a pacifier. Keep my mouth shut.
Cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see where this collab thing goes. I think this is, those guys, they're not gonna like just put a token out just for the sake of it. This is gonna be really well thought out.
What do you guys think of the balance of the arena? Is it feeling a little bit better? We're kind of having a chat in the arena preview channel. What's the overall experience of the arena so far? HP region got like a fairly minor nerf compared to what it was, because we saw some data just showing that it looked a bit OP. I think it went down like 20%. So it wasn't like completely gotten rid of. I'm just responding to Zico's comments here. Basically irrelevant. Was it very relevant before? I feel like wasn't it a big difference? What was it before? Do you remember? Or your experience of it?
Oh, these are sorry to interrupt, but fake Gotchis auction. 2 minutes to go on Super Gotch Card. White Ranger. I had to swoop that. It was a steal. I love getting in there with 2 minutes to go, pushing that stoppage time back. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Polygon gas prices got me nervous here.
Damn it, Brill, stop running for me. Or Hills.
Dang. Nadio, #1 on the top 5 collectors of fakes. 180 unique pieces. Only one above 70%. That's an accomplishment. That's huge. That makes
He's
me want to
been-
get more audio pieces.
He's been holding that spot down for a little while too. He's been collecting. Last time that's up from last when I checked. I think he's collected quite a few more since then. So awesome.
Yeah, that's epic.
I have a fake Gotchi I'll be releasing soon also. I'll probably get it to go live before Eat Denver. And we also have a fake Gotchi art contest. So we'd like to get at least one Eat Denver themed fake Gotchi piece. So there are let me grab the type form. We put a type form out there for anybody who's an artist who might be interested in submitting for that. So let me grab that. But we need some Eat Denver fake Gotchi pieces.
Yeah, we got a card to give to. It's kind of a contest. I feel bad if I don't know if we're doing this the right way. Like people put a lot of effort into making the art, and then there's only one card to go around. But I don't know on this limited time. Maybe there'll just be one entry. I don't know. So you have a better tab on that, Hefe. But we want to contribute a card and then get something cool, like instead of a POAP, not that we couldn't do a POAP too, but get a East Denver themed fake Gotchi piece to go out and about. And then I saw there's a Buffercorn piece already, which is already pretty epic. So, we just have a lot of East Denver themed stuff.
Yeah, that Buffercorn piece was made by ZombieShepherd, and I think he just nailed it. Honestly, that GMI earring that it's wearing needs to become a wearable.
Speaking of buffacorns, if you hold a buffacorn at East Denver, there will be an Infinity Keys quest for buffacorn holders. Announcements will be made.
You have my attention here. I need to fly to Denver.
There
I
will
wasn't sure if
be-
you meant the NFT, like hold it in your wallet, or like I was picturing they have the big Buffercorn, like mascot. I was like, are you talking about like going up and giving it a hug?
If you are able to grab the buffacorn by his horn, you'll also be eligible.
Oh, I see Mike Callium says there's a couple cards. So I think by good friends, yeah, I think everybody's going to get a card. It's going to work out, at least a couple. Very, very nice. Is that GMI? Is GMI gifting a card as well to the pile?
We could. Well, it depends on the interest we get. Like if we had a lot of artist submissions and there's a lot of great work being put out there, we're happy to embrace that and get our own fake Gotchi Eat Denver themed fake Gotchi out there.
Oh, I found user OX default, little Orium on Orium violence.
Yeah.
Stop dashing at me, you bastard.
I'm gonna throw this link out there for you guys. Any artist? Yeah, I see Jesse's card there for the art contest. I've made a tally form based on that there with the rules and everything right there on the card. Just submit your any high quality work, Eat Denver Aavegotchi work. Submit it through that type form there, and we'll have a look and we'll get something together. I know we have some time, but we're Eat Denver does run for a week also, so that's the other good thing is we have time if we were to get some submissions in the next few days.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. The only tough part is that queue. I was like, man, we're gonna have to get a quick turnaround. So that was my only concern. But you're right, it runs for a week.
And so maybe we publish it, we get it going, it goes live during Eat Denver, and that would be That could happen. Esmeralda. Yeah, absolutely.
We could time it so it goes live during the coffee event and then give them away there.
Oh, yeah, let's count back 5 days from March 3rd.
Damn, Rogue Array has 63 kills.
If it went in the queue, I think on Sunday the 26th, that could work really well. Or just really any time before that, then you'd have them for the 3rd.
Okay, and so what we could do is say maybe the cutoff for your submissions is on the 24th during the, or maybe we do the cutoff during Saturday during the hangout on the 25th, and we can see all the entries there. We can maybe do a vote. I can get a tally form vote together. We can all vote on them, or we could just do the way we usually do it in the chat. You know, you post it with the emojis and that, and we can do a informal vote and select which ones we think should be published as a fake gotchi. Maybe you guys, Pixelcraft, put up one, and maybe GMI puts up one, and we can have 200 editions published.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Who is Bochi? Is this trolling? What do we got here?
Oh, okay.
Boji's a
wouldn't-
legend.
I'm not
Absolute legend. Oh, different Boji. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a,
Does he really know this
God
person?
damn it.
I was trying to
Really
figure out this guy.
I'm
here.
still getting in there, but that's not who I thought it was.
weird. When I ban someone in Discord, it takes forever for them to for it to go away. I don't know why.
You select if you right click ban and then you can
Yeah.
select to delete the messages.
Well, yeah, but you should be able to. It should delete all the message history.
There it goes.
There it goes. It's just it takes quite a while for it to go away for some reason.
Damn, I wonder if people actually fall for that. Like, free nudes, join this Discord. Do people actually do that?
All the time. That's why they keep doing it. Especially like people that aren't as adept.
It just you can find nudity on the internet for free, like without taking half of the risk.
Yeah, great point there. It's like, wait a minute, why am I taking this risk? Hey, there's a cool ETH Denver one. The only nudes I collect.
Yeah, the sticker designs are like spot on. I don't know, Hefe, do you have a picture of your stamp that you can show? You got to show it on air last night. And it looked
Yeah,
really cool.
I think I might have. Actually, yeah, I could post a picture. Just give me a sec. It's a
Yeah.
1-of-1 stamp. I'm really stoked, and just so you guys know, we'll be giving it away. I haven't figured out how to give it away yet, but we'll definitely give it away at some point, either at Denver or on Discord or something.
Yeah, it's going to be the Gotchi Lodge POAP. We're going to put a stamp on your head. So you know you're a
Physical IRL POAP.
Yeah, right. At least it's not going to, when I was in NFT NYC the first year I went, it was the first year of Ape Fest. And I just remember after all of these Ape Fest people on Twitter talking about 6 months later how they still were rocking the Ape Fest wristband. It's like, oh, that's the most unsanitary thing in the world. So we'll give you a stamp on your head. You can always wash it off later.
We all getting gotchi tattoos in Denver.
Oh, somebody must have died. There's a lot about chemical over here.
Saw someone they shared their Twitch link in the general chat. If you guys scroll up, someone goes playing the Gotchi verse. Fishy's in the arena, nice. Someone needs to show her how to do the super chat. or do a super chat and blow her mind.
Dang. Yeah, love Gotchi. I don't think a Gotchi sweater would ever provoke that. The only reaction I got was, you spelled happy wrong. It's like, it's a thing. Don't worry. Yeah, look at that stamp. That's great. Have you guys been following what's happening with Yuga? Like, apparently they sued and this is brings us back to fake gotchis. They're suing one of like a big holders of their this guy named Columbo because he made a derivative piece based on their logo. And they're not suing him yet, but they DMCA'd him and told him, look, you need to give away all of the proceeds from your sale to charity. And some blockchain detectives, some Twitter detectives went and found out that the logo that they use for the Bored Ape Kennel Club, the skull of the dog, is actually like a copy pasta from a like children's drawing guide, and that they never got the license agreement to it. So like one of their founders came out and said, hey, we don't know what happened. Most of the money went to charity. We're going to change the logo. So it's actually become like a huge issue. And I think their community would be better served because, initially you had the guarantee of the IP and you can use it however, but now they're like kind of pulling that back to a large degree. So, like the fake gotchi model clearly works because it prevents those kind of issues, because you can always just go and, get your piece approved, go through the queue, and then you're fine, But it's like it's causes turmoil in their community because now people are turning on each other and it's just becoming a mess.
I haven't followed it that close. I saw a bit on Twitter today about the Kennel Club skull being unoriginal, low effort or whatever. Yeah, there it is, the easy drawing guide. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. But I'm with you. I love the fake gotchis queue, obviously. Big fan of how it's worked out. I love the fact that it's actually proven to work. Wasn't really sure at the beginning. I was like, well, we'll see how this goes. So far, pretty good.
Okay, we're going back in. Oh, wait, I can actually play the music. I forgot I have this set up now so I can hear the music. Hell yeah. Oh, no, don't kill me. Ugh. All right.
So anyone living under a rock, I guess we can use this moment to draw attention to the Forge going live in just, 4 days? Something like that.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
it'll be a
Last
big
thing of
week.
the night here, yeah. The Forge has come in, and it's going to bring some nice updates also to the new client, the auction.aavegotchi.com. We're going to have some nice updates coming to that as well soon. But the Forge, yeah, that's big. What are you guys? What's your favorite wearable that you guys are looking forward to?
That Forger set, but it's not going to be easy to get that. So I'm trying to come up with a strategy to acquire that over time. Because the only way you'll be able to get the legendary Forge set is through geodes, I think.
Yeah, I have not had time to think strategy. Like, do I need to be like, shoot, what do I need to do? I need to start getting wearables just I've never thought of them that way, like just to destroy them. That's what I have to start doing now. It's so weird.
I'm okay keeping a library of schematics and just having the wearables that I really want to go after, as part of the collection. I like it. I like that idea of having you have your book of schematics if you ever need to pull that other old wearable back out.
Yeah, that's a good point. You always bring it back.
That's the
I
beauty
love
with
I
that.
love the new characters. Like from the lore perspective, man, I'm already thinking of all the different lore we can add for these new characters. We got the new pets, we got Forge, all the characters. We got like the new set, the Grandmaster. Lots of cool stuff to add to our growing backlog of lore to work on.
Yeah, speaking of lore, shout out to Bowtied Nerd for putting together the Aavegotchi text-based roleplay group. I've been kind of keeping an eye on that group there, and they're coming up with some really good storylines and integrating like Aavegotchi like characters from our community, and it's been cool to see what's going on there. Definitely check that out. I think it's a forum post, but I think he's starting up his own group if he hasn't already. Reach out to Bowtied Nerd if you're interested in that sort of thing. Building lore and text-based roleplay is it's fun.
Where's Butch? Show yourself. Wow, we have an observer in the arena.
Just observing.
Can we kill the observers?
Yeah, you mean that Observer Gray, right? That's me.
Ah.
I was trying to do a drop. I just kept getting killed, so I was like,
Can the observer fight back?
No, all I can do is watch and drop Alchemica.
Oh man. So any sadistic people in the chat, this is your chance.
What I'm looking forward to when we have potions and other like elements in the arena that you can actually like spend Alchemica on, because then the observer can kind of run to an area and drop some Alchemica, and the combatants can pick that up and then actually go spend it on some potions and stuff.
Oh, I got wrecked. Wait a minute. Flame, what is this? Onlyfans.com/Aavegotchi0?
That's what I'm talking about.
What happened? Why is there a 0? Why not just someone already take Aavegotchi?
Is that just like an Aavegotchi taking off its wearables?
Oh, Aavegotchi 0. I do remember someone made that a while ago. Yeah.
Miss April.
That's great.
Soju's Banana Raffle auction update is at 506 Ghost. Last bid was 24 minutes ago. And you have, looks like you have 8 minutes left to go. Soju, do you have the original piece that kind of inspired you to make this? Because I thought that story was kind of interesting. And this also comes with a physical canvas print too. So, this was based off like another artwork that you were inspired by, right? Wasn't it like a banana taped to a wall, something like that, like a IRL artwork? I can't remember the name of the piece.
That was a big deal, like what, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$100,000 or something like that? No, $130K. Oof.
Yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago at all. It's like
You have to break it down to like a dollar amount per milligram of like potassium.
Yeah, there
Remember,
you
like,
go.
happened just walking in my kitchen, looking at the bananas, being like, "What am I doing wrong here?"
I found Kodan as the observer. Oh no, he's not. That's not really. Ah, crap! I want the easy win.
Which one? Yeah,
Uh,
I'm Observer Gray. Is there another observer?
No, it was one right next to the observer Luke or something like that. Something with an L. I walked away.
Oh, we got another one.
Leroy Jenkins. Come on, let's do it. Do it. You killed me before. You must die.
I was thinking it'd be fun to have like a feature where you could just like click on one of the tokens at the top and it would just drop it where you are. That'd be kind of fun too. Like without, you could just walk around and just like drop tokens everywhere.
Yeah, I had to I have a notepad open where I was writing my trash talk to Butch because I have to like copy and paste it real quick before someone rolls up and kills me.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have enough time to actually drop the Alchemica before I get murked.
How do other games handle this like quick chatting? I mean, I guess you could have like, you can do emotes and stuff. We'll probably add those, but for like actual chatting, you'd probably need some like hotkeys that you could assign to pre-written messages. That'd be kind of useful.
Oh, sorry, observer. Ugh. It's like I get 8 killed and then die immediately. So I'm like, I'm number 15 on the board, but with more deaths than kills. Oh, how long is this playtest open for? Is it just the hour or is it a 24-hour run?
24 hours. It'll close before the DAO hangout, or I think maybe 1 hour into it.
Hefe, since we mentioned the DAO hangout, we're about to, we're near the end of this call. Is there anything that you can tell us? What are we talking about tomorrow? Anything new on the agenda?
Yeah, so tomorrow, bounties, talking about did work a little bit, bounties that we're thinking about putting up there for Denver, bounties that we're going to have available just for anybody who wants to take them. There are a few things we want to cover on our list for Denver, so we're going to put some bounties out to get some help with that. Task forces, so we're talking about the Glitter, Alchemica Glitter Economic Task Force, and also the Curve Transition Team. We have a media team proposal that we're putting together that we'll just briefly cover. I don't know, I haven't confirmed with Yannick if he's going to be there, but he may talk about his on-chain guilds. And then if we still have time left after that, we have our mission and vision board that we put together a few weeks ago, but haven't really gone through it yet with you guys.
I don't know if Slick in the combo today, Slickgotchi, but I want to know what this is. I just dropped the link on Twitter. He's running around with like a portal mage in whatever game this is. It looks really cool.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I love the little animation he did for the Gotchi. Hyper light.
I'd be curious to know if that was part of the gaming experience that he was in, or if he just kind of like that was like the video that he just like made with his Gotchi. But interesting concept.
Come on, LeBron James, don't run away.
LeBron James.
I think I found Cutter Dan. Observer Gray, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, the AP potions will be really helpful in kind of making up for that. Like my Gotchi has like really high health, but it could use some AP, so I'd definitely be getting some of those AP potions.
Yep. That's like the first kind of game-based sync that we're going to be having for Akimika. Should be cool.
Be a great way to degen.
I'm going to be signing off pretty soon here, friends. I just dropped a note here. The dev team is asking if you guys are in the arena and you're able to try and reproduce a situation where you're able to like reproduce the invisible gotchis. Do let us know, because we can do some ghost bounties for that, because we've gotten rid of the majority of them, but I think there's a couple edge cases still that people are getting the invisible gotchis. So before we turn the arena on for longer, we want to make sure that we get rid of all those scenarios.
What do you need from people that find these invisible gotchis? It's just like a screenshot. Do you need to see some of the HTML or the code?
I need
from the console?
more like instructions on how to reproduce it. Like if they say, if you, for example, if you die and then go to the edge of the map and then sprint in that order, you can reproduce it. Like that would be instructions on how to reproduce it. If you just say, "Oh, I see an invisible gotchi," doesn't really help it too much. We need to, ideally, we could like reproduce it. So it's pretty tricky. Our devs spend a lot of time looking into this. They've gotten the majority of them, but there's like a couple edge cases left that I think are still evading us. So it might not be something you can actually reproduce in the code, like without looking at the code. But in the off chance that someone is able to reproduce it, we can definitely do some bounties for that.
Okay, maybe I'll touch base with you, because that would be great to put up on the work, since we're going to be trying to get more people, more eyeballs on it, and maybe I can set this up in a way that it makes sense, and then you can figure out what kind of ghost bounty you want to offer. Then we can get that.
Yeah, I mean, well, the playtest is going to end in we're going to keep looking into it.
Yeah.
So what if of the next 24 hours, if anyone is able to reproduce, it'd be helpful. If not, we'll keep looking into it.
Yeah, ZombieShepherd, you killed it with that art piece. I love it. The Buffett corn.
Oh,
So much
somebody's making it
talent in this
rain.
community.
I saw a who did it? It was like a Utes, but it was redecorated with like gotchi themed wearables. It's pretty crazy. I saw that on Twitter somewhere yesterday. Anybody else see that?
Briefly, I'm trying to recall who that was.
I didn't see that. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find it. Need to reproduce this too. Well, I'll do a scan of Twitter. If I find it, I'll drop it in here. But other than that, I'm also going to sign off here. I think it's about bedtime for me. Great, everybody.
See you, friends. Enjoy the arena and enjoy the super chats.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Can't wait to see. Yeah, we got some good stats. We'll be collecting stats on those throughout the weekend. We'll probably drop a tweet with some cool info on how it was used. So chat away. Later, everyone.
Absolutely. And don't forget, everybody, Dow call tomorrow at 2 p.m. UTC. We'll be going through some of the things we discussed in the agenda. And if you can't make it for that, GMI is now doing a Monday to Friday morning GM space. It's a short space at 3 p.m. UTC, Monday to Friday. And we just talk about everything happening on Polygon right now. We've got ZombieShepherd, who covers Lens. We're always talking about Aavegotchi, of course. So just come hang out with us, and that's Monday to Friday.
Yeah, we'll be doing them at ETH Denver, definitely, and probably just more Twitter Spaces in general from Denver. So definitely stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, make sure you RSVP if you're going to be out in Denver, and then also there's a panel on February 20th that Polygon's hosting that I'll be on, representing Aavegotchi and it's an AMA. So it would be great to see some gotchis there and try to onboard more folks.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you. We'll see you when we see you, friends. Something going on every day now. So take care.
Bye, friends.
Peace.